The haunting mystery of the Black Dahlia, Elizabeth Short's unsolved murder. Welcome back to our channel, where we delve into the darkest corners of true crime history. Today, we're exploring one of America's most notorious unsolved murders, the case of Elizabeth Short, infamously known as the Black Dahlia. This tragic story is filled with intrigue, brutality, and unanswered questions that continue to haunt us. So, settle in as we unravel this haunting tale. On January 15, 1947, in a quiet neighborhood of Los Angeles, a woman named Betty Berzinger was out for a stroll with her young daughter. As they walked through a vacant lot on Norton Avenue, Betty noticed something unusual lying on the ground. At first glance, it appeared to be a mannequin. But as she approached, horror struck. What she had found was the severed body of a young woman. The victim was identified as Elizabeth Short, just 22 years old. Her body had been cut in half at the waist and drained of blood. The killer had posed her body in a grotesque manner, with her face slashed from ear to ear, creating an eerie smile that would haunt those who saw it. The brutality of this crime shocked the nation and left investigators scrambling for answers. The media quickly seized upon the story, sensationalizing every detail. Headlines screamed about the Black Dahlia, a name that would become synonymous with mystery and tragedy. Born on July 29, 1924, in Hyde Park, Massachusetts, Elizabeth Short was a beautiful young woman with dreams of becoming an actress. She grew up in a middle-class family but faced challenges early in life. Her father abandoned the family when she was just a child. Elizabeth moved to Los Angeles in 1943 to pursue her dreams in Hollywood. She was known for her striking beauty and distinctive style, often seen wearing black dresses that earned her the nickname the Black Dahlia. Despite her aspirations, Elizabeth struggled to find work as an actress. She took on various jobs to support herself while attending auditions but never landed significant roles. Her life was marked by hardship and heartbreak. She had relationships with several men but never found lasting success or love. Friends described her as charming yet troubled, a woman who longed for fame but faced constant rejection. In the days leading up to her murder, Elizabeth Short was seen socializing at various bars and clubs in Los Angeles. She was known to frequent places like the Crown Grill and the Blue Room, where she mingled with other aspiring actors and artists. On January 9, just days before her death, Elizabeth was last seen alive by Robert Red Manley, a man who had met her in San Diego. Manley offered her a ride back to Los Angeles after they spent time together. He dropped her off at the Biltmore Hotel that evening, the last known location where anyone saw her alive. Witnesses reported seeing Elizabeth at various locations around Los Angeles during this time, but no one could provide definitive details about her final hours or who she might have been with. The investigation into Elizabeth Short's murder began immediately after her body was discovered. Detectives from the Los Angeles Police Department were faced with a gruesome scene that offered little evidence to work with. The killer had gone to great lengths to conceal their identity. There were no fingerprints or DNA left behind. As news of the murder spread like wildfire, reporters descended on Los Angeles. The media sensationalized the story, dubbing her the Black Dahlia. Over 50 individuals came forward claiming responsibility for her death, each tip more bizarre than the last. The LAPD launched an extensive investigation that included interviews with friends and acquaintances of Elizabeth Short. Detectives combed through leads but struggled to find any concrete evidence or reliable suspects. An autopsy performed on January 16 revealed shocking details about Elizabeth's death. She had suffered severe trauma. Repeated blows to the face caused cerebral hemorrhage and shock as primary causes of death. The mutilations, including the bisected torso, occurred post-mortem, indicating a calculated act rather than a crime of passion. Marks on her body suggested she had been bound and tortured before being killed. The thorough cleaning of her body before it was posed indicated that the killer wanted to leave no trace behind. This level of planning led investigators to believe that whoever committed this crime possessed some medical knowledge or experience with anatomy. In the days following Elizabeth's murder, several letters were sent to local newspapers that added an unsettling twist to this already chilling case. One letter included personal items belonging to Elizabeth, her birth certificate and photographs, and was signed by someone claiming to be her killer. The letters taunted law enforcement and hinted at a calculated mind behind the crime. They revealed details about Elizabeth's life that only someone closely connected to her could know. These cryptic messages not only fueled public interest but also deepened the mystery surrounding her death. Despite extensive efforts by detectives to trace these letters back to their sender, they led nowhere. The media frenzy surrounding these letters only intensified public fascination with the case. As investigators delved deeper into Elizabeth Short's life and relationships, several suspects emerged, each with their own theories surrounding their potential involvement in this brutal crime. One prominent theory involves Dr. George Hodel, a physician known for his eccentric behavior and alleged ties to Elizabeth Short. Hodel was investigated for various crimes throughout his life but was never charged with Elizabeth's murder despite circumstantial evidence linking him to the case. Another suspect is Leslie Dillon, a man who contacted police claiming knowledge about the murder after reading about it in newspapers. Dillon had previously been incarcerated for other crimes and became a person of interest due to his suspicious behavior during questioning. Additionally, some theorists suggest connections between Elizabeth's murder and organized crime figures operating in Los Angeles during that era, speculating that she may have crossed paths with dangerous individuals involved in illicit activities. Despite these leads and many others, including connections to other unsolved murders from that time, none have led investigators closer to solving this case. The Black Dahlia murder remains one of America's most infamous cold cases, a symbol of unsolved mysteries that continue to intrigue both amateur sleuths and seasoned detectives alike. Over the decades, Elizabeth Short's story has inspired countless books, films, and documentaries exploring not only her tragic fate but also Hollywood's darker side during that era. Popular culture has immortalized this case, from films like The Black Dahlia directed by Brian De Palma to novels by authors such as James Ellroy who fictionalized aspects surrounding Elizabeth's life and death in his works. As we reflect on this haunting tale today, we are reminded that some stories are not just about crime but also about lost dreams, lives cut tragically short by violence, and how society grapples with its darker elements even decades later. Thank you for joining us on this journey into one of America's most chilling unsolved crimes, the murder of Elizabeth Short, forever known as the Black Dahlia. If you found this exploration intriguing, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more captivating true crime stories. We'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think happened to Elizabeth Short? Who do you believe could be responsible? Share your theories in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the mysteries that surround us.